Headlines most affecting Abbotsford this week. A prolific offender tried to ram a police cruiser. Flair Airlines increasing their flights from YXX. Just who is going to exercise this GST holiday over the holidays? And Nick Taylor now immortalized by Golf Canada. Alex will have more in sports. All right, Abbotsford, let's get started. A 37-year-old prolific offender now behind bars. This after a chase with a car that he stole in Coquitlam, drove to Abbotsford until he was pinned in the parking lot of the Sandman Inn by police in Abbotsford. The suspect tried to ram a police cruiser when he was pinned in, and he's now in custody, and fortunately no officers were hurt. Flair Airlines announcing enhanced frequencies between Edmonton International, Calgary International, Vancouver International, and Abbotsford International Airport. This all starts in April of next year. Now, frequencies for these key markets will increase significantly. Now, if you want more information, just go to the Flair website for more info. City of Abbotsford releasing an updated business retention and expansion strategy and action plan. Quote, designed to support and grow local business and reinforce Abbotsford's position as the economic hub of the Fraser Valley. Now, one of the key areas includes enhanced support for Abbotsford businesses navigating municipal process, which is a nice way of saying dealing with the red tape and the paperwork. Federal government has implemented a program that the GST be fully and temporarily relieved on holiday essentials like groceries, restaurant meals, drinks, snacks, kids' clothing, and gifts. It started on December 14th, rolls until February 15th. But Dan Kelly with the CFIB, the Canadian Federation of Independent Business, says the paperwork and other business costs for this freeze will actually be detrimental for small business. Now, Kelly says that Revenue Canada does not show any information on their website that this will even be enforced. And companies like Pepsi and Coca-Cola have said they're still going to charge the GST. We did put out a request for comment from Community Futures for a comment. And ironically, this is all coming as Small Business BC, which has helped many small entrepreneurs, has gone bankrupt. BC Budget 2025 is including increases to the Film Incentive Tax Credit that supports Canadian content productions and production service tax credits that provide a tax incentive for international projects made in our province. Now, with the approval of the budget, legislation should be in the spring, the film incentive increases from 35 to 36%. Production service credit from 28 to 36%. That's for productions with principal photography starting on New Year's Day. Now, this time of the year highlights all the Hallmark Christmas movies that have been shot in the Fraser Valley over the past years. Go to the Hallmark channel to find out your favorite. UFE Food and Agriculture Institute launching a 4-year ag tech study to look at the vitality of the industry and new technology. This includes cellular agriculture, precision fermentation, and vertical agriculture. Now, the authors are stressing this is not to promote any specific technology, rather to look at all the options. Postal workers' strike that started on November 15th over better wages and working conditions would have been entering its fifth week this week. Now, the federal labor minister, Stephen McKinnon, did ask the Canadian Industrial Relations Board to send 55,000 striking Canada Post employees back to work, but only until May, and this is under the existing contract. Canada Post is now trying to play catch-up with the backlog of regular mail as well as the Christmas parcels. And just an ordinary day turned extraordinary when Corey Maxwell discovered he matched 4 out of 4 extra numbers in the November 29th Lotto Max draw, and he scored $500,000. The Abbotsford residents first broke the news to his wife, and, quote, she was shocked too. So he plans to save most of the winnings for retirement, but he says, yeah, I'll buy a new vehicle. Coming up, a major tribute to golfer Nick Taylor. That's coming up in Sports with Alex.
Hello Abbotsford, here are your sports. Starting with last week and the start of the FIS Ski Cross World Cup season with the race in Val Thorens, Cultus Lake's Reese Howden finished 4th and 9th in his 2 races there. The ski cross circuit continues with races this week in Arosa, Switzerland. And in football, the Chilliwack Giants are holding their AGM on January 28th at Evergreen Hall. The AGM is where the Giants debrief last season and start planning the next. This is also where they will elect new board members. If there are any aspects of this past season that you did not like, or if there were changes that you would like to see, getting involved on the board is the best way to bring about change. The Chilliwack Giants Minor Football Association is 100% volunteer run, which means every single aspect, whether it is visible or behind the scenes, is done by volunteers. Over to hockey, where over the weekend, the Fraser Valley Thunderbirds had their banner-raising ceremony to promote the fact that they are the official host ceremony for the 2025 TELUS Cup Championships. The TELUS Cup will take place from April 21st to April 27th, featuring the Fraser Valley Thunderbirds as the host team, competing against 5 regional champions from across Canada. In golf, what began as a marketing initiative to highlight an iconic winning moment at the RBC Canadian Open will now take its permanent place in tournament history. Golf Canada, in partnership with the title sponsor RBC, is pleased to announce that the reimagined tournament logo celebrating Abbotsford's Nick Taylor and his historic win as the first Canadian champion in 69 years, and will now become the tournament's permanent mark. His silhouette is now affixed on the trophy. Thanks to Golf Canada for the picture. And finally, a Christmas present for Yale secondary grad Merrick Clausen. He helped Canada to its first ever podium at the 2024 FIBA 3x3 AmeriCup Basketball Championship. The event ran this past weekend in San Juan, Puerto Rico. Canada captured the bronze with a 21-16 win over the Dominican Republic. Clausen scored 3 points, grabbed 6 rebounds, and recorded 4 key assists in the win. That has been your Abby TV update. Coming up, Cari with the weather.
Abby TV weather. So, Cari, it is the winter solstice. It's the shortest day of the year. We're going to get rain and snow or wind. What do we got?
Our weather for this weekend, there's a 10% chance that it's not going to rain. So yes, another wet one. Although the temperature is going to get up to about 7 degrees. Between 10 and 11. That's 7. Our weather for this weekend, it's 10% chance that it's not going to rain. So yes, another wet one. Temperatures are going to be between 10 and 11 degrees though, so not too chilly. Monday is our best chance of seeing the sun next week with only a 40% chance of rain, so that's excellent. But then we're back to pretty much moisture for the rest of the week, and quite a bit of it, and temperatures are going to hover around 5 degrees. Here's a fun fact. Canada has over 1,200 Christmas tree farms, and 12 of them are in the Fraser Valley. Hopefully everybody's got their Christmas tree and is ready for Christmas. Back to you, Don.
Thanks, Cari, and thank you for watching. If you have a local news story you'd like us to report on, you can always send us a note to news@chilltv.ca. Thanks for watching. Have a great weekend. Merry Christmas and Happy Hanukkah. I'm Don Lehn.